Hey there, second graders. It's Friday, May 1st. Happy May to you. And I was out in our backyard the other day and I found a really beautiful rock. It was really smooth. It had a lot of different grays and blacks and whites in it. And I held it in my hand and I felt how smooth it was, and it reminded me of one of my favorite books that I don't think I've read to you yet. It's called Everybody Needs a Rock. It's by Bird Baylor, and it was illustrated by Peter Parnell. And it's about rocks, it's about being mindful, and it's about finding really special, beautiful things in really kind of normal places, like a backyard. So, everybody needs a rock. And the illustrations are so beautiful in this book that I'm actually going to read it pretty close up, and you won't see me very much. But that's okay, because you've seen a lot of me lately. Everybody needs a rock. And in the dedication, it says, "This is Jesse's book." It's a little different dedication. Everybody needs a rock. I'm sorry for kids who don't have a rock for a friend. I'm sorry for kids who only have tricycles, bicycles, horses, elephants, goldfish, 3-room playhouses, fire engines, wind-up dragons, and things like that, if they don't have a rock for a friend. That's why I'm giving them my own 10 rules for finding a rock. Not just any rock. I mean a special rock that you find yourself and keep as long as you can, maybe forever. If somebody says, "What's so special about that rock?" don't even tell them. I don't. Nobody is supposed to know what's special about another person's rock. All right, here are the 10 rules. Rule number 1. If you can, go to a mountain made out of nothing but 100 million small, shiny, beautiful, roundish rocks. But if you can't, any place will do, even an alley, even a sandy road, even a backyard. Rule number 2. When you're looking at rocks, don't let mothers or fathers or sisters or brothers or even best friends talk to you. You should choose a rock when everything is quiet. Don't let dogs bark at you or bees buzz at you. But if they do, don't worry. The worst thing you can do is go rock hunting when you're worried. Rule number 3. Bend over. More. Even more. You may have to sit on the ground with your head almost touching the earth. You have to look a rock right in the eye. Otherwise, don't blame me if you can't find a good one. Rule number 4. Don't get a rock that is too big. You'll always be sorry. It won't fit your hand right, and it won't fit in your pocket. A rock as big as an apple is too big. A rock as big as a horse is much too big. Rule number 5. Don't choose a rock that's too small. It'll only be easy to lose, or a mouse might eat it, thinking that it's a seed. Believe me, that happened to a boy in the state of Arizona. Rule number 6. The size must be perfect. It has to feel easy in your hand when you close your fingers over it. It has to feel jumpy in your pocket when you run. Some people touch a rock 1,000 times a day. There aren't many things that feel as good as a rock, if the rock is perfect. Rule number 7. Look for the perfect color. That could be a sort of pinkish gray with bits of silvery shine in it. Some rocks that look brown are really other colors, but you only see them when you squint and when the sun is just right. Another way to see colors is to dip your rock in a clear mountain stream if one is passing by. You can also just put it under the faucet. Rule number 8. The shape of a rock is up to you. There's a girl in Alaska who only likes flat rocks. Don't ask me why. I like them lumpy. The thing to remember about shapes is this. Any rock looks good with 100 other rocks around it on a hill. But if your rock is going to be special, it should look good all by itself in the bathtub. Rule number 9. Always sniff a rock. Rocks have their own smells. Some kids can tell by sniffing whether a rock comes from the middle of the earth, or from an ocean, or from a mountain where wind and sun touched it every day for 1,000,000 years. You'll find out that grown-ups can't tell these things. Too bad for them. They just can't smell as well as kids can. Rule number 10. Don't ask anybody to help you choose. I've seen a lizard pick one rock out of a desert full of rocks and go sit there alone. I've seen a snail pass up 20 rocks and spend all day getting to the one it wanted. You have to make up your own mind. You'll know. All right, that's 10 rules. If you think of any more, write them down yourself. I'm going out to play a game that takes me and one rock to play. I happen to have a rock here in my hand. So, over the weekend, ask your grown-ups at home if you can go into your backyard or into your front yard or somewhere where there are rocks and go find one that is very special just to you using these 10 rules. Ask if it's okay to keep it in your room. A rock that no one else in the world has, only you. And when we meet on Monday, you can show your rock to everyone else. See you laters, alligators.